One moment you're walking through the house, and the next your cat is sitting right in front of you like a furry roadblock. It happens so often that many owners start wondering if it's intentional. As strange as it seems, your cat usually has a reason for getting in your way, and some of those reasons are surprisingly clever. Reason 1. Sometimes your cat blocks your path for one simple reason. They want your attention, and they know exactly how to get it. Think about it from their perspective. They could sit quietly across the room and hope you'll notice them, or they could place themselves directly in front of your feet where ignoring them becomes nearly impossible. Most cats quickly learn which strategy works better. That's why they may suddenly appear in the hallway, flop onto the floor in front of you, or weave around your legs while you're walking. To us, it can feel inconvenient. To them, it's effective communication. They're not trying to stop you, they're trying to make sure you notice them. Reason 2. If you've ever felt like your cat somehow knew where you were going before you got there, you're not imagining things. Cats are excellent observers of routine. They notice the little patterns we rarely think about ourselves. They know which footsteps usually lead to the kitchen, what time you wake up, and where you sit in the evening. After watching these routines day after day, your cat starts predicting your movements. So when they appear in the hallway before you even arrive, it isn't magic, it's experience. They're simply following a schedule they've memorized through observation. In many cases, your cat isn't blocking your path at all. They're arriving exactly where they expect you to be. Reason 3. Let's be honest, sometimes your cat is thinking about food. A lot. Cats are remarkably good at connecting events with rewards, especially when meals are involved. If you usually walk toward the kitchen before filling the food bowl, your cat remembers. Before long, they begin intercepting you on the route. You might find them waiting outside the pantry or sitting in the middle of the hallway with perfect timing. It isn't random, they're acting on experience. Over hundreds of repetitions, they've learned that your movement often leads to something they enjoy. In a way, they're trying to speed up the process. And if you've ever changed direction and watched your cat look confused, you've probably interrupted a plan they thought was guaranteed to work. Reason 4. Not every path-blocking cat wants food or attention. Sometimes they simply want to be close to you. Cats often show affection in quiet ways that are easy to overlook. While dogs may jump, bark, or wag their tails, cats tend to choose proximity. They sit beside you while you work, follow you into another room, or place themselves directly in your path. It's their way of sharing space. Many owners notice this behavior after returning home from work or after being away for a few hours. The cat isn't necessarily demanding anything, they just want to reconnect. That brief moment where they stop you in the hallway may be their version of saying hello. Reason 5. Curiosity plays a huge role in feline behavior. The moment you stand up from the couch, your cat starts asking questions. Where are you going? What's happening? Is something interesting about to occur? Cats naturally investigate movement because movement often signals opportunity. In the wild, movement could mean prey, danger, or a change in the environment. Domestic cats still carry those instincts. That's why even a simple trip to another room can attract their attention. Many cats rush ahead not because they need something, but because they don't want to miss out on whatever comes next. Blocking your path is often less about stopping you and more about joining the adventure. Reason 6. Some cats seem determined to lead their humans somewhere. They'll step in front of you, walk a few feet ahead, then stop and look back as if expecting you to follow. If you've experienced this, your cat may actually be trying to guide you. Perhaps their water bowl is empty. Maybe a favorite toy is trapped under furniture. Or maybe they simply want access to a room with a closed door. Cats quickly learn that humans can solve problems they cannot. Instead of using words, they use movement. By placing themselves in your path and repeatedly looking back, they're directing your attention towards something important, at least important from their point of view. Reason 7. Cats don't see your home the same way you do. To us, a hallway is just a hallway. To a cat, it might be one of the most valuable spots in the house. Certain locations offer warmth, visibility, safety, and access to household activity all at once. That's why many cats choose strategic positions where people naturally walk. From there, they can monitor the environment, observe family members, and stay informed about what's happening around them. When your cat repeatedly blocks the same area, they're often choosing a location they consider useful rather than intentionally creating an obstacle. You just happen to need that space too. Reason 8. Perhaps the most fascinating explanation is also the simplest. Your cat may have learned that blocking your path works. Every time they sit in front of you, something happens. You talk to them, you pet them, you pick them up, you laugh. Even stepping around them is still a response. Cats are excellent at recognizing patterns between actions and outcomes. If a behavior consistently produces attention or interaction, many cats will repeat it. Before long, path blocking becomes part of their routine. What started as a random moment turns into a reliable strategy. In other words, your cat may be training you just as effectively as you think you're training them,